The sweep of the Berkshire Downs has always looked as though it was sculpted for drama, rolling emerald curves under impossibly broad skies, their edges softened by the hum of midsummer heat. But, for 1 week every June, the calm is replaced by a crackle of expectancy that no other British sporting event quite matches. Royal Ascot is not merely a meeting of the world's fastest horses. It is an intricately choreographed tableau where history, high fashion, and raw competition intersect beneath a flutter of Union Jacks and top hat brims. This year's festival, running from Tuesday the 17th of June through Friday the 20th of June, carried an extra charge in the air, not solely because of the thundering hooves, but because of what the royal guest list concealed as well as what it revealed. For many watchers, 2024-25 has become a season of decoding, each balcony wave, each carriage door pause, each absence a line of text in the evolving story of a monarchy navigating health worries, institutional streamlining, and the unblinking scrutiny of a social media age. Day 1. Tradition sets the stage. The first carriage procession on Tuesday morning followed its time-honored route, down the famous straight, wheels crunching over the gravel, as the band struck up the national anthem. Leading the cavalcade, King Charles III and Queen Camilla appeared visibly buoyant, the monarch's light grey morning coat a subtle nod to warmer temperatures, the Queen's wide-brimmed Philip Trevor hat angled low against the sun. For a sovereign who only months ago reduced his diary to accommodate cancer treatment, 5 consecutive days on parade might once have seemed too ambitious. Yet there he sat, rose boutonniere fresh, posture ramrod straight, broadcasting a wordless message. The show not only goes on, it gathers momentum. Directly behind rode a carriage carrying the Princess Royal, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, and the Duchess of Gloucester. No one embodies businesslike commitment quite like Princess Anne. The ribbons of military honors across her chalk-striped waistcoat were less fashion accessory than attendance log for a lifetime of duty. Beside her, Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, wore a soft pistachio Susanna London dress, a shade that popped against the dark interior upholstery, and instantly made best-dressed shortlists. Still, for many in the stands and on the live-stream threads, anticipation hinged on whether the third carriage would produce a glimpse of the Prince and Princess of Wales together. It did, and it did not. Prince William arrived, top hat square, smile practiced yet genuine, but the seat beside him was given over to the Duke of Kent. The first ripple of surprise flickered down course-side terraces. Where was Catherine? The unmistakable absence. Royal Ascot is Catherine's natural stage. She has long been hailed as the unofficial queen of hat diplomacy, whether in lavish picture hats or elegant saucer shapes. Her millinery choices routinely anchor trend columns for weeks. Yet by midday on Tuesday, it became clear she would not be gracing the enclosures at all this year. Confusion briefly ballooned online when her name, reportedly present on early events paperwork, vanished only at the last administrative moment. Whispers of a last-minute U-turn took root, and by early afternoon pundits were diagramming timelines on breakfast television. Privately, sources close to Kensington Palace pushed back. The princess's absence was never a reversal, but always the plan. Following 2 milestone re-entries, Trooping the Colour on Saturday and Garter Day on Monday, Ascot's 5-day, highly public schedule was deemed too demanding by her medical team. The internal decision: allow Catherine to demonstrate continuity of duty in shorter, symbolic bursts, then retreat to the privacy required for ongoing recovery. If the explanation felt anticlimactic to headline writers, it offered reassurance to many observers attuned to the unglamorous realities of recuperation. Instagram comments beneath palace posts quickly filled with messages of support. Please take the time you need, and your health first, the hats can wait. William's one-day cameo. Even reduced to a single attendance, the Prince of Wales made Tuesday count. After lunch in the royal enclosure, he walked to the parade ring to present the trophy for the Prince of Wales's Stakes, a Group 1 race steeped in prestige. Cameras caught a flash of emotion when the winning connections accepted the silverware, William's smile broadened, but his eyes darted briefly sideways, an unspoken wish that Catherine could have shared the podium. Within seconds, the familiar professional mask snapped back, and he offered a warm handshake to the victorious trainer, ensuring the moment's storyline never strayed from the sport itself. Behind the grandstands, racing insiders muttered about the symbolic weight. A future king honoring a race named for his title, in a year when steady symbolism may matter more than ever. Days 2 and 3, the duty relay. With William's brief cameo over, responsibility for royal sparkle fell squarely on the shoulders of the king, queen, and the palace evergreens. Princess Anne's equestrian savvy gave Thursday's Gold Cup an added frisson. She spent part of the afternoon in animated conversation with jockey Frankie Dettori, comparing the tactical patience required in steeplechase versus flat sprint. Meanwhile, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh celebrated their 26th wedding anniversary quietly between races on Wednesday. Photographers captured a candid moment where Sophie straightened Edward's pocket square, drawing smiles from nearby racegoers who understood they were watching a sliver of private affection in a very public arena. Even outer circle royals took a turn in the leftover limelight. Duchess Birgit of Gloucester, marking her 79th birthday midweek, paired a powder blue coat dress with heirloom pearls once owned by Princess Alice, Duchess of Gloucester. The choice read as affectionate homage to an earlier generation's Ascot glamour. Behind the scenes, Charles's newfound enthusiasm. Those expecting Charles to pace himself were surprised when court circulars confirmed he would attend all 5 days. Royal advisers quietly admit the king has become a touch evangelical about racing since taking over the late Queen's bloodstock. He now pores over form guides with the same zeal he once reserved for duchy organic yield reports. Palace gossips joke that Camilla, once the keener racegoer, finds herself playing reins puller, reminding her husband not to schedule stud meetings past supper time. On Friday, Charles's eyes reportedly lit up when one of his own horses finished a commendable second in a competitive handicap. Though the animal earned no trophy, aides say the king's grin in the owner's box matched any Jubilee balcony wave. The Catherine question, answered in silence. If Catherine's absence dominated TikTok speculation, Kensington Palace's silence proved equally strategic. No fresh health bulletins, no sources say statements, just stoic adherence to previously declared guidance. Her gradual return will unfold at her pace, not the public's. Still, subtle signals emerged. A photograph of her reviewing early childhood program documents surfaced on the Wales's Instagram stories Wednesday night, time-stamped from Windsor. The message, work continues, albeit behind curtains. That story's post also included a glimpse of daughter Charlotte doodling a horse silhouette, captioned, "Mummy says we'll watch the replay together." A homey footnote, offering assurance without inviting intrusion. Economic stakes and wider impact. Amid the fascination with headpieces and family dynamics, it's easy to overlook Royal Ascot's financial heft. The meeting reportedly injects over £70 million into the local economy each year, through hospitality, betting turnover, and global broadcast rights. Charles's public commitment to all 5 days likely soothed jitters among sponsors, signaling stability at Britain's premier racing showcase. From a cultural diplomacy standpoint, the week hosted dignitaries from Qatar, Japan, and Saudi Arabia, each entertained in royal boxes. Soft power conversations about trade and climate financing happened over champagne flutes between races, another reminder why the monarchy's presence matters beyond front-page optics. Looking forward, 2 carriages, missing seat. By week's end, bookmakers were taking friendly odds on Catherine's next official appearance. Wimbledon. She's patron and a passionate tennis fan. A late summer visit to a children's hospice. Or will she retreat entirely until Sandringham's Christmas walkabout? Courtiers remain tight-lipped, but seasoned royal historians note a pattern. When Catherine steps back, her return often coincides with initiatives tied to her core causes, early childhood or mental health. Watch that space rather than society photo ops. Final takeaway. So, what did Royal Ascot 2025 ultimately reveal? That continuity can coexist with caution. That a streamlined monarchy still packs a powerful visual punch. And that absence, when candidly explained and respectfully managed, may be woven into the tapestry of duty rather than seen as its unraveling. For the King and Queen, 5-day attendance underscored luminous resilience. For the working royals, Anne's grit, Sophie's warmth, Edward's quiet steadfastness, their presence reinforced that the House of Windsor remains a team sport. And for Catherine, the choice to sit out served as a subtle reminder that modern royal service isn't a sprint across manicured lawns, but a carefully paced long game, mindful of both health and expectation. What remains certain is the public's appetite for the next chapter. When will the princess's carriage seat be filled? Will the king's racing enthusiasm shape breeding programs the way his mother's passion once did? And how might William juggle statesman duties with those Prince of Wales stakes presentation smiles? Stay tuned. The final furlong of this story hasn't been run. In the meantime, we'd love to hear your reflections. Did the monarchy strike the right balance of tradition and transparency? Should Catherine's team have clarified her absence sooner? Drop your thoughts below, hit like if you enjoyed this deeper dive, and subscribe for more insider analysis, because in royal racing, the photo finish is only the beginning of the conversation.